Let me ask you a real question. When was the last time you looked at your bank account and felt a pit in your stomach? You work hard. You make decent money. But at the end of the month, you are completely tapped out. You feel like you are doing everything right, but you are still just surviving. Listen, I know that feeling. It is exhausting. But what if I told you one common reason many people struggle financially is not rent or car payments? It is a less obvious psychological pattern. It often results in money leaving your wallet $5 at a time. Look at this crisp $100 bill. You would protect this, right? Now look at these 5 beat-up 20s. Same exact money. But your brain tends to treat these as less significant. And this illusion is exactly why you are stuck. Today, we fix that. You see, modern consumer systems are highly optimized for frequent spending. It is not the big things that ruin you. It is the friction-free lifestyle. You tap your phone for a $7 iced coffee. You grab a quick snack at the gas station. You pay for 3 streaming apps you never even watch. At the moment, it feels like nothing. Your brain does not register the pain. It feels like play money. But then Friday comes around. You open your banking app and just stare at 100 tiny charges. You sit there in your car, feeling totally defeated, wondering how you blew $500 on absolutely nothing. That feeling is a common result of how these systems operate. Over time, repeated small charges can reduce spending awareness. Small, repeated expenses can quietly accumulate, and today we stop the bleeding. Let me tell you something. Many companies would rather consumers not think about. Back in 2009, behavioral economists have studied this effect in multiple experiments. They gave one group of people a crisp $1 bill. They gave another group 4 quarters. Just $1, right? Exactly the same value. But the results were striking. The people with the quarters spent them almost instantly on absolute junk. The people with the paper bill held onto it. Why? It is a psychological glitch called the denomination effect. And it proves that you are not bad with money. Your brain is wired to respond differently to money denominations. When you break a large bill, your brain registers it as a loss. Psychologists call this the pain of paying. Handing over large denominations is associated with stronger discomfort responses. But when you have a bunch of 10s, 5s, or you are just tapping a piece of plastic, that pain disappears. It feels frictionless. It feels like free money. Think about the last time you walked into Target for just one thing. You know exactly what I am talking about. You go in for toothpaste, and you walk out with $90 worth of candles, snacks, and a random throw pillow. You did not feel any pain because each item was only $4 or $8. Retail companies often study consumer behavior to reduce friction in the buying process until you are sitting in your car, looking at your receipt, feeling completely stupid. These systems apply behavioral insights to influence purchasing behavior. It is not an accident. It is a highly optimized commercial environment, and right now, you are standing right in the middle of it. But here is the terrifying part. Loose change is not just metal coins rattling in your cup holder anymore. It has evolved. They made it completely invisible to your eyes. Now, your psychology of money. Loose change is Apple Pay. It is that double tap on your phone for an $8 iced latte. It is that recurring app subscription you forgot to cancel 6 months ago. It is that buy now, pay later button, turning a $200 pair of sneakers into 4 easy payments of $50. $50 feels like nothing, right? It feels like a rounding error. Digital payment systems can make spending feel less tangible. Removing physical money reduces the perceived friction of paying. You tap the screen, you get a hit of dopamine, and your balance gradually declines. Let us do the math, because the math is straightforward, and this is going to sting. Say you bleed just $15 a day on this modern loose change, a drive-through lunch, a digital rental, or a random late-night Amazon buy. $15. You do not even blink at that. But that is $450 a month. Over 10 years, that is $54,000. Over time, that money can quietly disappear into everyday spending for things you do not even remember. But it gets worse. Let us talk about opportunity cost. If you took that same $450 a month and threw it into a basic index fund, assuming a long-term historical average return, which is not guaranteed, in 10 years, you would have over $90,000. In some cases, Frequent small spending can reduce long-term financial growth and stuff that ends up in a landfill. The system wants you to think you do not make enough money to build wealth, but you do. You are just letting your future slip through your fingers, $20 at a time. Listen to me closely. Many modern systems make spending easier than saving. Stress and fatigue often increase impulsive spending. Because an exhausted person does not question a $12 impulse purchase. People often seek quick dopamine relief after long workdays to feel a little bit better after a brutal day at work. I am not showing you this math to make you feel guilty or ashamed. I'm telling you this because you need to wake up right now and take your power back. You need to create stronger boundaries around your spending. So, how do we stop the bleeding? I will give you 3 bulletproof rules to use behavioral techniques to your advantage. Rule number 1 is what I call the Benjamin Protocol. When you go out for the weekend, leave the plastic at home. You only carry crisp $100 bills. No 5s, no 10s, no 20s. If you want a $5 iced coffee, you have to look the barista in the eye and hand them 100. The sheer psychological pain of breaking that large bill can significantly reduce impulse purchases dead in their tracks. You will suddenly realize you do not actually need it. Rule number 2, add the friction back into your life. The moment this video ends, I want you to delete your credit cards from Apple Pay and your browser autofill. Remove saved payment methods. Force yourself to get up off the couch, walk across the room, find your physical wallet, and manually type in those 16 digits every single time you buy something online. Adding that physical effort gives your logical brain more time to evaluate the purchase to step in and ask, do we really need more stuff? You will abandon half your shopping carts. Rule number 3, the 48-hour quarantine. When you see something you want to buy, you are not allowed to buy it immediately. Put it on a list in your phone and wait exactly 2 days. If you still genuinely want it after 48 hours, go ahead and buy it guilt-free. But spoiler alert, most of the time, the urge will completely vanish. You must treat your small money with the exact same respect you give your big money. Wealth is not just about making millions. It is about plugging the tiny leaks in your boat so you do not sink before reaching the shore. Listen, implementing these rules is not going to be easy at all. You live in a culture that absolutely worships mindless consumption. Some people around you may not understand your choices when you pull out a physical $100 bill for a simple black coffee. They will probably laugh when you tell them you are waiting 48 hours just to buy a basic pair of shoes. Let them laugh. Let them call you cheap. Because 5 years from right now, while others may continue struggling with debt and stressing over every single paycheck, you will be the one sleeping peacefully. You will have greater control over your finances in your own life. Building real wealth is incredibly lonely at first. It requires you to step completely out of the matrix of instant gratification. But I promise you, the absolute freedom on the other side is worth every single ounce of discipline. Do not let external systems influence your financial future without awareness. Your money represents your time and effort. You traded your precious time on this earth to earn it. Stop giving it away for a temporary hit of short-term dopamine. Start keeping it. Start respecting it. Start multiplying it. If this video shifted your perspective today even a little bit, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button right now. We are building a community of people who completely refuse to be played by the system anymore. We are learning how to take more control of our financial decisions. Drop a comment below and tell me the absolute dumbest thing you have ever bought with your psychology of money. Loose change. I read every single one of them. Stay sharp. Always guard your wealth, and I will see you in the next video. Hey, you are still here. I appreciate that. Since you stayed until the very end, I want to share something slightly embarrassing. I told you to comment your dumbest loose change purchase earlier. Well, here is mine. 4 years ago, I realized I'd been paying $9 a month for a cloud storage app I had not opened since 2019. It was completely empty. I paid over $400 to store absolutely nothing. When I saw that, I felt deeply uncomfortable. I am the finance guy, and even I fell for it. These systems are highly effective. They often benefit from busy, exhausted lifestyles and our busy lives. But now that you've realized it, you can't forget it. Tomorrow morning, when you walk past that cafe, I want you to feel the weight of that $100 bill in your pocket. I want you to smile, keep walking, and know you just took your power back. Next week, we are diving into an even bigger tip. That's what you've heard about your credit score. Make sure your notifications are on for that one. Stay strong. Before you close this app and go back to your normal life, I have one final challenge for you. Just for the next 24 hours, I want you to treat every single dollar like it is a $100 bill. When you open your phone to order delivery tonight, stop. Look at that $20 total. Ask yourself, would I break a crisp $100 bill for this cold food? If the answer is no, close the app. Go make a simple sandwich. Take that $20 and physically move it into your savings account. Do it right then. Feel that tiny victory. That is the exact moment you stop being a consumer and start acting with greater financial intention. These patterns persist when people are unaware of them. Keep them open. I will see you on the inside.